The House of Representatives has approved legislation that could provide good returns for the state for decades. From the state capitol, this is Speaker of the House, Robbie Wills. The House on Thursday voted 75 to 24 to increase state taxes on cigarettes and tobacco products. 75 votes were needed, and we got exactly that. It was an honest and hard-fought battle, and I believe the House will come together and put any lingering ill will behind us because we have a lot more work to do on behalf of Arkansans. Together, the taxes will raise about $87 million. About the same amount will be generated from a 3-to-1 match in federal Medicaid funds. Representative Greg Reep of Warren did a masterful job in leading the bill out of committee and out of the House. The battle now moves to the Senate, where 27 of 35 votes are needed. The money will be used for the development of a statewide trauma network that would involve equipping and staffing upgrades in emergency rooms of some 24 hospitals around the state. A trauma network will save 200 to 250 lives a year because emergency medical crews will be able to get the injured to the best equipped and best staffed hospitals for the specific injuries. At $28 million, the network is the biggest part of this 23-item health care package. Other parts include widening eligibility for the Our Kids First insurance program to include 8,000 more children of low-income families. We also want to establish a medical school in Northwest Arkansas and provide funding for 59 community health clinics that serve 500,000 Arkansans. Several of those face being closed this year without state funding. We want to provide dental care to the elderly poor and to expand programs for in-home health care, autism, and cancer screenings. Opponents, most notably former U.S. House Majority Leader Dick Armey of Texas, who parachuted into town for an hour or so the other day, said the programs were frivolous. A supermajority of the Arkansas House of Representatives said otherwise. We say there's nothing frivolous or trivial about helping Arkansans in a time of need and in providing them with better health care they deserve. While the health care program generated the week's biggest headlines, here are a couple of other items of interest. The governor signed the animal cruelty bill into law, allowing a felony charge to be filed for aggravated assault against a dog, cat, or horse. Previously, such an act was only a misdemeanor. A felony conviction will bring as many as 6 years in prison and a fine of up to $10,000. 5 more years are added to the sentence if the assault occurs in front of a child. Also, about 200 people crowded into the second floor of the Capitol Rotunda to witness the unveiling of a bust of the late Lieutenant Governor Winthrop Paul Rockefeller. The bust is just outside the Lieutenant Governor's office. Private donations of $30,000 paid for the bronze bust, sculpted by Kevin Creasy of Little Rock. A bust of Rockefeller's late father, Winthrop, governor of Arkansas from 1967 through 1970, is just around the corner a few feet away. At the other end of the Capitol, the Senate has approved a bill to cut the state sales tax on groceries by another penny. Lawmakers 2 years ago had cut the tax from 6% to 3%. The bill now comes to the House. A lot of hard work remains to be done. In the House, we'll turn much of our attention to legislation implementing the state lottery approved last year by voters. That's a huge and important task. We want to make sure Arkansans have every confidence in how the games are structured and managed. Until next time, this is Speaker of the House Robbie Wills reporting from the state capitol in Little Rock.